Joining me now is Robert MacDonald, VP of Exploration at Southern Silver. Always great to see you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mark. It's great to be here.
And lots to talk about, lots of interesting news flow changes with the company. Let's start with this option agreement for the Nazas property in Durango, Mexico. What is it about the history and the geology and the location that appeal to the team?
Well, we think that this is a fantastic opportunity for Southern Silver and its shareholders. The Nazas project is immediately adjacent to the Pitarrilla deposit, which Endeavour Silver is moving towards production at this time. It was originally identified by the same people that discovered Pitarrilla and was part of the same property package that Silver Standard grub staked these prospect generators. So we're very excited about it. We're seeing very broad areas of mineralization. There's thousands of surface samples that were collected by Silver Standard. We have over 20 drill holes, both RC and core holes that have been drilled on the project. That, so to give us a start and an indication of what may be there, and so we see the whole gamut of potential on this project. So similar high level oxide mineralization, so bulk mineable oxide mineralization that you'd see at Pitarrilla, but also some of the higher grade sulfide mineralization and replacement style mineralization that Endeavour Silver is now currently targeting to develop into a mine. So we're very, very excited at the potential of this project and think it can be a key asset moving forward for the company and the shareholders.
Now, you have a historical database because, as you alluded to, drilling was done in the 1990s, 2000s, 2010s, right. And so explain the work that's going to be done as you head towards some drilling. I believe Q3 of this year.
Well, that's the plan right now. We're looking at developing the project with our other exploration projects in Southern Silver and probably spinning them out. And so we're just starting down that process. So there could be two entities, a Southern Silver entity that has the Cerro Las Minitas asset, and then a new entity yet to be named and finalized that will have the exploration assets, the Nazas project and the two new Mexican assets in that project. So the process we're doing now, we're starting the permitting process for a drill program, and there's about 5 different areas that have been identified historically on the project. We're starting the data compilation and targeting on that. One of our geologists that has been working on our Cerro Las Minitas project for the last 5 or so years, he worked on the Nazas project with Silver Standard, many years ago, 10 years ago or so. And so we have a little bit of a leg up. And so we're utilizing that in-house knowledge to help us target what are going to be the right ones to focus on. And so I think we want to look at this point at still sort of the higher grade sulfide mineralization. There's exposure of some of that on surface, as well as some of the deeper style mineralization that was identified on Pitarrilla at depth. We are having at surface or near surface at Nazas. And so those would be the main targets. We'd probably want to have several thousand meters of drill testing initially. And the idea is that we can have the new corporate entity, all the permitting done over the coming maybe 3, 4, 5 months, and be drilling in Q3 of this year.
And then Cerro Las Minitas, you're doing proof of concept drilling. What's the latest there?
Well, we just made an announcement, I think it was 2 days ago, that we drilled around the South Skarn deposit. That's one of the 3 eastern deposits that I think we've spoken about earlier, where they were only drilled down to around 450, 500 meters below surface, where on the western side of the Cerro, we have mineralization extending over kilometer at depth and remains open at depth. And so we've always felt that there's tremendous amount of potential, both laterally, in the shallower parts of the eastern deposits, but also at depth. So what we've done is we completed 6 holes, just under 2,400 meters, drilling both laterally, and then we've had one good shot that was testing down dip of the main mineralized chute at South Skarn. It was very successful. We reported an 8.9 meter thick interval of sulfide mineralization. There's a second hanging wall zone that's about 4 meters of, again, sulfide skarn mineralization, as well as several hanging wall, gold-enriched hanging wall zones that still have to be fully resolved in the context of the drilling around that hole. So I think overall it was very successful. It shows that we can have both lateral extensions to this mineralization as well as, the wide open at depth at South Skarn. And we believe that that would be the same case for Bacona and the North Felsite deposits as well.
Now, you've said, Robert, at Cerro Las Minitas that production decision is maybe 2 to 3 years away, and that intermediates and or seniors it could find it very attractive ultimately. Are they already putting eyes on it, and do you get the odd phone call or knock on the door here and there about it?
Most definitely. Yeah. We've actually initiated a process that has reached out to about 50 different companies, and we've signed new NDAs. We've re-upped several NDAs and are in the process of getting more eyes on the project. We've brought in a consulting group, Fort Capital, that are helping running the process. We've done some upside modeling on that is unfortunately not 43101 compliant, so I can't get into details, but we've done upside modeling just to show what can be of this project, because we think that we've still only scratched the surface. And we've all put this into a data room, and we have a number of different parties that are currently in the data room, and we're looking at using this opportunity and these events around PDAC as to get more eyes on the project.
Oh, very good. And lastly, let's wrap it up with your view of the current funding environment in mining in general, but more specifically silver and silver sentiment at the moment.
I think it's still tough. There was a really nice window in the fall, but that seemed to shut fairly tight in November, December, and into that early January timeframe. Things seem to be getting a little bit better. We've seen a recovery in the metal markets, although I think today is a bit of a step back. But overall, I think we've seen a recovery in the metal markets. And so any time that the price of gold and silver go up, that's always good for the junior for junior exploration groups, and it makes it a little bit easier to finance. However, I think things are still pretty tight out there, and you just have to ride the waves, I suppose.
Right. So we'll be watching all these developments and the potential split off there, the two assets. So we'll be following. Thanks, Robert.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Very good. Robert MacDonald, VP of Exploration at Southern Silver.